Yo, 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 yo. What is up? What is up? What is up? I hope everybody is doing pretty well tonight. We got football in a few days. I felt like we've been waiting like a fucking year. Almost. I feel like we've been waiting pretty while. Good while. So a lot to discuss going into the weekend, going into obviously the injuries, going over the secondary, what's going on at nickel. You know, is DeAndre Swift going to get more carries this week? Is this offense going to look better? Is this defense going to stop with the soft zone coverage at times? Are we going to play a little bit more man this week? I don't know. But this is a Q&A as well. Every Monday and Friday, we do have these streams. We have obviously the night before the games, and then we have streams obviously post-game as well, for everybody to kind of get into this whole thing. So any questions, guys, just lay them out to me, and I'll try to get through them as much as I possibly can tonight. But definitely, yeah, I mean, it's watching football, even watching Thursday night football and watching, you know, the amount of injuries that are going around the league right now and what's been going on, it's been kind of crazy. You know, been kind of nuts. So, I want to say hi to everybody here. What's going on? What's going on? Frank says, hello. Hope you're having a great night. What's going on, man? Jaden says, yo, Joey, what's up, Jaden? So, what's good? Steve Rays, what's going on, man? Lil says, scoop de whoop. Steve Ray says, I was in the games, Denver versus Washington. I forgot how much I hate the no-names. Yeah, we have our first, we will have our first divisional game in a couple weeks against Washington. Our first 1 o'clock game. First 1 o'clock game. We only have 3 1 o'clock games this year, guys. It's not much. But you know. So to get into, I understand a lot of people have been kind of wondering about this offense and you know, is this team going to look better? And to be honest, I feel like good things are going to happen really soon. You know, I think there's a lot of different things that are going to happen in regards to, you know, the running back position. I think they're going to have, I think Swift will be the starting running back. There was, I guess in practice today, you could say they were doing inside handoffs with Jalen Hurts. It looks like DeAndre Swift was first in line for carries. Then it was Gainwell. Then it was Penny. Then it was Scott. So that makes sense going forward. You know, injury-wise, it looks like Bradbury's back. Looks like Reed's back. It looks like Gainwell's back. Devonta Smith, I don't think is 100% going into this game. He's wearing a compression sleeve on his right leg, so he might not be 100%. I already kind of have A.J. Brown having a bigger game this game. You know, protection is going to be interesting. Vita Vea, a player that Kelsey has struggled with in the past, especially 2021 from the wild card game, is an interesting matchup there. Yeah, I mean, as at least for right now, for our secondary, I mean, I don't know what they're doing. I don't. They brought in William Jackson III on a tryout. Nothing happened there. They haven't brought up like Bradley Roby, because I know Bradley Roby did visit the 49ers like last week, and I don't think anything really happened. Or early this week, I don't think anything happened. I don't think they even signed him. They haven't really signed like a hybrid type player, you know, really outside corners. So I'm wondering to see if they actually move Bradbury to the inside, or do they actually have a lot of faith in Mario Goodrich at the nickel spot? I mean, Mario Goodrich isn't a bad player. The good thing about it is I like that Job got reps Thursday night. I like that Goodrich got reps after Maddox got injured. Maddox is out for the rest of the year with the torn pec. I think we all know that. You know, going forward, you know, there's got to be a lot more to this. You know, they played Bradbury a lot, okay, when it came to, you know, it playing inside at nickel, because they knew that this whole thing with Devontae Max wasn't going to last long. He already got hurt twice last year, and he got hurt twice this year. Season ending. Devontae Maddox is a $10 million cap hit next year. There's no way the Eagles are restructuring him, and there's no way, I don't think they're keeping him on the roster. You got hurt 4 times in 2 seasons. Probably got hurt more than that. I don't know. I know he was hurt earlier, or probably earlier in his career. So we'll see. Maybe the Eagles have more faith in some of these guys. We'll find out, though, won't we? We will find out. Go on, Blake. D voices think our linebacker secondary is weaker at this point. Linebacker is really not bad. I'm not worried about linebacker as much this week. I mean, I don't think they can get hurt again at that position because there's already there's reports coming out that Nakobe Dean has been literally sitting in the film room nonstop as much as he's going to be out for another few weeks. Okay, we won't get Nakobe Dean for another few weeks. So now at this point, I feel like, I think they have to stay healthy at that position this week. Otherwise, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to find more linebackers. We ran out and got Rashaan Evans, and then he backed out of his practice squad contract because he probably had more offers from other teams of maybe a rotational linebacker spot and had to back out of Philadelphia. So that's what happened with him. But nickel, we don't have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson anymore. It was easy to just put, we don't have that hybrid player that could play corner and safety. We just don't have it. It's not that Malcolm Jenkins type player, that Chauncey Gardner Johnson type player. We don't have that right now. So it's a little tough. We got Jaded J2100 says, when people bring awareness to certain things such as Monday football injuries or any other stat line, it tends to die down when everyone expects it. So yeah, Monday Night Football is looking like the Monday Night Curse. Everybody's getting hurt. I mean, that Monday night, those 2 Monday night games, holy crap, guys! The amount of people players that got injured, it's crazy. I mean, it's nuts how many people got injured in those games. I couldn't believe how many injuries. Then obviously we had the Trayvon Diggs ACL, which was horrible. It was horrible. You would expect things like this to happen in game and people, and guys getting this in practice. I know Ben DiNucci said some things online about the Cowboys saying this is what happens when you do one-on-ones during practice. It's god awful, so I don't know. Maybe the Cowboys have been, maybe they've been practicing a little harder during the week, which isn't a bad thing, but you got to be careful doing, 100% practices all week and going 100% because this is what happens. You get these injuries. And we'll see what happens. Kia at Everett says we can get to see a new punter this week finally. Yeah, so Braden Mann, the new punter. We're going to see how the holding looks. They've been practicing. I know there was video of that earlier today of Braden Mann holding the kicks, holding the ball for Jake Elliott today. So I'm hoping it works out. We wanted Aaron Sipos out of here. And that's what we got. So we'll see what happens. Goodrich will play inside. Hopefully, yeah. Is there a chance A.J. Brown could be a leading receiver this year in yards again, or will it be both yards and receptions for Devonta? I think Devonta Smith will have more yards. I don't know, dude. I mean, I'll give it another few weeks. I think before the season started, I said Devonta Smith will have more yards. A.J. Brown will have more receptions. But there could be a good chance where Devonta Smith might have more yards and receptions. We haven't seen the full guarantee of what Devonta Smith looks at his ceiling point, okay? Because remember last year, we barely used it. We barely attacked with Devonta Smith in this offense. We really just used him on the short stuff, screen passes and slants and little things. We never really attacked him downfield with Devonta Smith last year. So we got that going. I think the Dallas Goedert injury last year kind of helped that a little bit going into, during the year last year. I think that helped, the coaching staff say we have to do more with this receiver core. Wide receiver 3 is totally just non-existent right now. Tight end is kind of non-existent right now at times. Eagles Fan for Life says, hey, I'm subscribed. Why can't I post in members only? Nah, you got to be what do you mean member only? I don't get what you mean. You got to be subscribed for 5 minutes for the subscriber only. I don't know. I have no idea. This is a subscriber only for 5 minutes. You have to be subscribed for 5 minutes of the channel to join this live chat. So, Los Angeles, what's going on, dude? Eagles Fan for Life says, there we go. Sorry, getting used to it. No, you're good. Sipos will be back. I hope not. Jane says, Joey, was it just me or Sipos wasn't playing to back before he got cut? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. When did all this happen where they were going to release Sipos? Was this in the cards? Obviously it wasn't. maybe it was in the cards. Maybe for the first couple weeks they couldn't find a punter that they wanted. I mean, they could have signed Braden Mann a lot earlier because he was available. So I don't know what the holdup was. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe they gave him like a last shot. They had to talk with him. They gave him one last shot to see what he could do. So we'll see. Ryan said, I'd rather see Ricks in the slot over Goodrich. I don't know if Ricks has cross-trained to that position yet. So I don't know if that's realistic. I don't know if he's done that yet. Jay says they had him ranked 29th out of... Yeah, he wasn't ranked well. He was 28 out of 30. Yeah, he was like almost the dead last to, third best punter, third worst punter in the league. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's really hard finding punters out there. It's not easy to sometimes you just have to grab somebody and just see what they could do. And sometimes sometimes some of these guys will just play better somewhere else. We'll see what happens. Ryan, what's going on, dude? So let's fucking go, Jakes. Says, how we feeling, my guy? I think it's going to be a dogfight Monday night versus the Bucs. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I think it will be too. I feel like the Eagles can have a slight advantage in this game when it comes to the offense. I think they could do more with this offense. I feel like they have to, I don't know, the route combinations, where they're putting guys, working middle of the field, because there's no doubt they're going to do cover zero again against Jalen. And I feel like since teams are starting to defend him a little bit better, we need some hot routes. We need something because any type of check down or something, because it's just not working. I think Brian Johnson is having huge issues right now trying to get Jalen Hurts into a rhythm with this offense, with a combination of certain plays going into a football game. And you know what? To be honest, I don't know why everyone's making a big deal out of you have to win in style in the NFL to, be contenders or something like that. I mean, look, if the Eagles don't have to pass the ball in a game like they did last week, if the Eagles barely have to throw the ball and they can run for over 300 yards or whatever it was in total offense, at least for the running backs, I'm perfectly fine with that. You know what I mean? As Jalen Hurts says, the main thing is the main thing, which is winning. Doesn't matter if it's by passing or running the football, or only if one of the two. Okay. So, I feel good about it. I think the matchups will be good. I'm interested to see how Sean decides playing these corners is, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. I mean, you got some very good receivers out there. So, there's definitely a lot to, see what we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Well, it's got to talk about our new dog, Jalen MF Carter. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, he's so good. I mean, 10 pressures. I mean, 10 hurries, 11 pressures, and a sack in 2 games. He played less snaps in that Vikings game than he did the first game. It's kind of nuts. Ryan says, Goddard and Brown need catches early, run the ball. Yeah, I think the tight ends have to be heavily involved, no doubt. Just if Quez doesn't play, do we bring up Greg Ward since we only have 4 active wide receivers? Probably, maybe. They would have to bring up somebody else. I'm guessing they would have to bring him up. I mean, I don't know. So Quez Watkins is dealing with a right hamstring. He was on the jugs machine, so he had another light practice. He didn't practice yesterday, I don't think. Today he was on jugs and he was watching most of practice, at least stretches. So we'll see. They got to give, Alamani Zacchaeus needs more opportunity, man. I just think he does. DB says, DB Talk Analysis, I think screens to Swift could offset the pressure on passing downs, but would love to see AJ have a big game. Yeah. I mean, yeah, at least if you're going to do screen passes, do it to the right player. Stop with the tight end screens of Dallas Goedert. You know what I mean? Just stop with that. And if you're going to do a screen with somebody, don't do it with, do it with Kenneth Gainwell if you want. But I mean, I'm not a big fan of the screen game. It hasn't worked at all. It's barely really worked since we've been doing it this year at least. So we'll see. Ron said, I missed the screen game with Andy and Shady. Swift would be a perfect for the screen game. Why not use it? Well, because the Eagles haven't done anything else this year for this season in 23. Doesn't matter if it's worked in the past, because if your offense is doing vanilla-esque plays the whole game and the screen game is not going to throw anybody off the charts, it's not going to fool anybody, it's not going to trick anybody if there's no creativity with your offense. You can surprise teams with it, but if your offense looks as vanilla as the Eagles' offense is, Jalen Hurts is missing wide open guys here or there. Brian Johnson's having issues trying to get Jalen Hurts into a rhythm. You're not going to get this. You're not going to get this offense. You're not going to fool anybody with a screen pass. Hence why it really hasn't worked. Steve says they should run more running back screens, in my opinion, especially the blitz. I'd rather see Sidney Brown in the slots. Yeah, no, I mean, Sidney Brown had played 177 snaps. I think he was like top 3 in his conference in Illinois, I think, with deflections from the nickel spot. It's another person they could put in there. But like I said, how many guys have they cross-trained? And realistically, how many guys have they actually cross-trained? At the nickel spot this year, besides Bradbury? How many, really? Realistically, how many people have they cross-trained? I'm not talking this week. I'm talking since training camp. How many guys have they cross-trained to nickel besides Goodrich and Bradbury? Probably nobody, and it wouldn't surprise me. Jay says, you was right months ago about how Jalen Carter's personal issues won't stop him from being a dog on the field, such a steal. Yeah, dude, like, it really didn't bother me because this is the perfect team. This is the perfect team that Jalen Carter could have been drafted to. The perfect team. Who knows? Maybe he would have been a head case somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know the future. I can't tell what would have been. But at the same time, like, you have all these Georgia players here. You have the perfect mentor in Jordan Davis that he looked up to in college at Georgia. There are perfect things. I mean, this was the most perfect situation for Jalen Carter. Not only is the team, not only the fans are going to love him, but he's going to have a really good support system around him, which I think is the most important thing. So, there was a lot of people. I used to make videos on Jalen Carter all the time. People hated it, man. People hated it. Red Who says, I'm worried about linebacker position in the slot. That middle of the field is crazy. I know. Trust me. Blown coverage to tight ends or can't cover tight ends in general. That's where I thought Mario Goodrich didn't play. Him against Hawkinson was really bad. it was not good, Nakobe Dean, even with the first game, even with the first game with Nakobe Dean, I didn't think he played well. It's his first game that was Nakobe Dean's first full game. Came in for some sample sizes last year, but nothing crazy. Chris, what's going on, man? He says arriving late. Is there any update on Devonta Smith? Devonta Smith is wearing a right compression sleeve on his leg with the thigh and ankle injury or something like that he has. He is going to play on Monday. He is going to play Monday, but I don't think Devonta Smith is going to be 100%. We'll see. But from wearing that compression sleeve, probably not 100% right now. So, I just think I think AJ Brown needs a big game here. I think we'll have it. I think Dallas Goedert might have a big game, and it could be a lot of AJ Brown. I'm not saying that Devonta Smith won't get thrown to. If he can't play, if he's that bad and really can't walk, or he's fine. But he's tweaked some things, and Devonta Smith hasn't missed a game since he's been drafted by the Eagles. He hasn't missed one game yet. Let's knock on wood here. So it's been kind of crazy. Ron says, all I'm saying, let them play cover zero and watch what Swift does underneath. It'll get Swifty on the field real quick. No, I totally agree with that. Looks like the Vikings dropped 8 guys in the coverage last week, and there was no hot route. There was no hot route, nothing middle of the field, nothing. I mean, I think there was a couple pictures that were taken from fans on Twitter. One was Quez Watkins going right across the middle when the linebackers were blitzing and Quez was wide open, and Hurts just didn't see him crossing the field at all. Maybe there was just guys in his way. Maybe he couldn't see over the offensive defensive line and the scrunch that was in the middle of the field or something. I don't know, but you got the players to be a fantastic offense here. I think we're getting better as the weeks have gone on. This offense has gotten better, no doubt. They're just trying to find their identity right now. I think they're close to getting it, but we just need a little bit more, Ryan says Maddox gets hurt every year. They should be a cross-train them all. Yeah, I know. I don't know if they. I don't know. I don't know if they have. Omar says, "Do you remember me, my brother Omar Humphreys?" I do not think so. Ray says, O-line needs to protect Hurts because it does get a bit worried seeing our QB get hit constantly, and I think there's a huge hole when teams throw the ball in the middle. Yeah, no, there's definitely a huge hole when teams throw when you work the middle of the field, it'll definitely work. No, there's no doubt. Yeah, Hurts has been hit a lot of times the past couple weeks. There's no doubt. I mean, look at the 3rd and long. I mean, we're in field goal range on the Vikings 40-45. We're in 3rd and long field goal range, and you decide to do a QB run. You decide to do a design QB run with Jalen Hurts, and then you get sacked, and then you lose 10 yards, 8 to 10 yards on the play. You're out of field goal range. They can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, Hurts has got to be more smart. I understand he wants to make a play, but we'll see. DB says God Hurts. Now, God Hurts, Goddard, Goddard, and AJ Brown on my fantasy team. I don't know how you guys play fantasy. I can't do it. I can't do it. I couldn't do it. Kyle Worsley said, I just moved from Newburgh, New York to Tampa for work. Monday night will be my first ever Eagles game. Can't wait. I hope you enjoy your first game, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Even though it's in Tampa, I think you'll definitely enjoy it. Newburgh, New York, huh? Damn. I don't know. Newburgh is a real dangerous area, man. I don't know how you live there, but nothing against you, but Newburgh, New York, it's not a great area. It's actually one of the worst places to live in the country. It's actually a top 10 place to never live. I don't know how you do it, but Jay says, glad you're out of there, though. Glad you're out of there. J2100 says, people need to relax on Redick. It's only 2 weeks in there. Still a lot of football to be played. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, no, because last year, Redick barely did anything beginning of the season last year because he was more in that pass coverage last year, 25% of the time, and it affected his numbers, no doubt. I think this is going to be the game where Redick is going to get his first sack. I think this is the game where Jalen Carter is going to do more damage to none. To be honest with you, as I'm very happy about it right now, I feel like this defensive line is just I feel like this defensive line is great. I have no issue with it. I think morally it comes from the soft zone coverage at times where they have these corners 8 to 10 yards off the ball. I don't think you could generate a pass rush when it comes to that, and that's probably one of the biggest problems when it comes to the secondary. I think a lot more has to happen here. So. Eagles Fair Life says, to me, this offense problem we are having is real bad, especially the looks on Hurts after so many fall off after a big contract. And we all know it's a dog. Brian Johnson just got a lot of credit for Hurts. I don't think Jalen Hurts is regressing at all. I think it really is on just getting Hurts into a rhythm. I mean, it's a new coordinator. I didn't think that we were going to have issues regarding Brian Johnson at all. I honestly didn't. I went into this offseason or went to the season saying I'm not really worried about Brian Johnson, really more on Sean Desai than Brian Johnson. But, I just feel like, I think the offense definitely looks different. I got to see something that's less vanilla and more creativity because this is just not enough for me. I think he will get used to it as the weeks go on. Like I'm saying, I'm going to give this until like week 5 or week 6 of the season. If by week 5 or 6 this offense still looks vanilla, still looks plain, we look like we're hiding offensive plays like it's a preseason game. Plus, we have to remember, guys, okay, the one important thing. I know the Eagles did this last year. I know the Philadelphia Eagles kept guys out of. I know we didn't play a lot of starters. A lot of guys haven't played, especially the older guys haven't played since really last year. Just think about it. I mean, the older guys, how much do what can you do in joint practices? Are joint practices still valuable for Nick Sirianni? I guarantee you next offseason, this offseason program is going to change drastically. There's no doubt. It's definitely going to change, so we'll see. Billy Joe, what's up, Joey? I hope that the play calling gets better. That's my biggest concern overall. Yeah, I'm not worried about the defense as much. It's really the offense. It's just getting things going. There's certain times where they get a nice rhythm, and then it kind of just falls flat. You know what I mean? Hopefully we do it. We do more. Because like Brian Johnson seems like he doesn't know what to do with Hurts, like how he knows him so well. Oh, that's what I don't get. What I don't get is he's known Hurts his whole life, and I'm like, you don't know how to use this guy? You were next to Shane Steichen all year last year, and I just feel like there's still issues. It's just getting that rhythm, I guess. I don't know. It's just something there that's going on. Hope it gets fixed, though. Eli says, not to get off topic, but Trevon Diggs torn his ACL, so he's out for the season. Cowgirls are losing Sunday. Who do they have Sunday? The Cardinals? I don't know, dude. I don't think that's going to make a difference. I mean, it definitely, Trevon Diggs, I talked about it earlier. But losing Diggs is, yeah, I mean, it might make a difference. But, I mean, for the game on Sunday, I don't know. I think anybody could beat Josh Dobbs at this point. Okay? He's not great. The Dallas' defense, I think, will get enough pressure on him where, look what Gannon did to the Giants. I mean, look what happened last week, dude. You're up 20-0. You gave up 30 points. I mean, it's crazy, dude, what Gannon did last week. I wasn't surprised. I actually was like, as the Giants were winning in the second half, I was just like, man, like, Gannon deserves this more than anything. We warned them, though, what that defense is going to look like. The problem is between Gannon's defense and our defense, the whole problem or the difference, it's night and day, obviously. But he doesn't have the players in that Cardinals defense to bail him out like we did. He had a stud roster, a history-making roster last year defensively. Okay? Chris said the key to this game is established to run early on defense, play man 60% of the time. Yeah. I would like to play more man. I definitely think we play more zone, Chris. I totally agree. Jane said, I'd rather have a 1 o'clock football, Joey. I'm really tired of the late games. I'm tired of the 420 games. I'm tired of the late games. At least for our content, as a content creator, it's just a lot of waiting around, a lot of time. I wish a lot of these games were at 1. There's only 3 games at 1 o'clock this year. There's not that many. Sorry, I'm like beyond thirsty today. Chris Devon says, do you think we're going to run it down their throats, or are you expecting bigger things from the pass game? I think they're going to run the ball, no doubt. I don't know if they're going to come out swinging. They might. I think they will. I think they will start passing the ball right in the beginning because that's what they should do. I don't think they should be a run-first team ever. Maybe the identity changes this year with Brian Johnson. Maybe they do run the ball a lot more and put Swift more into a running back 1 role where they use him a lot of times. I'm not saying it's going to be like last week, but this offense runs through the passing game with Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, and that's how it should be. There should be no excuse to switch to the run game to get Jalen Hurts. Obviously, the run game is great when the passing game is working, but maybe they have to run the ball a little bit more, and maybe they have to run the ball so they can ease Jalen Hurts to the offense with the passing a little bit more. So, we'll see. We'll see. Chris says there's a chance of rain for the game for Tampa. Another wet. Oh, God, I really hope not, man. Another rainy friggin' day, dude. God, it's gonna change the whole game. I'm tired of these games. Hopefully, even that Patriots game. Really bad weather for the Patriots game, but I think the Eagles, I think they changed it up pretty well. I think it was okay. They didn't, after the rain did stop in that Patriots game, it's like they I don't know, it's like they still thought it was raining outside. Like the offense did not make any switch. I mean, there was nothing going on with that offense that first game. It was that ugly. Hold on. DV says, would love to see more Nolan. Yeah, 14 snaps in 2 games. I want him on the defensive line. Redick has done nothing so far, okay? And I think he will, okay? Derek Barnett has, 1 tackle for loss this year? I know Redick only has, 1 combined tackle. That's it. 14 snaps, 13, 14 snaps for Nolan Smith in 2 games. They have to implement him. And they have him listed as a linebacker the past couple weeks. If you're not going to use him as a linebacker, use him somewhere. Use him as the defensive end. Just let him hunt. Let him do his thing. Philly Johnson, I had to drop Redick, my fantasy defense player, so he will go off this week. Emily says, do you think the Bucs are a real threat 2-0, or are they just playing bad teams? I mean, the Bears weren't great, and obviously the Vikings, I think, well, Justin Jefferson had like 135 points in the first half. 135 yards, 130 yards in the first half, and then he only got like 12 to 15 yards in the second half. I thought the defense has only given up 20 points, hasn't allowed over 20 points a game. And then they face the Bears, so I think sort of it is they've played some bad teams, but I think Tampa's played good. Baker Mayfield is like the number one quarterback right now on third down. He's completing passes on third down from the pocket fantastically at 86, 87%. He's got the weapons. I didn't think Baker Mayfield would do good on that team, but I mean, he's playing pretty damn well, from the pocket. Very good, especially third down, so I think their offense has good weapons. I think the Eagles have to show who's boss on Monday night. I think they got to show up, man. This is the best team there on their schedule. This is the best team they're facing right now. The Philadelphia Eagles is the best team Tampa is going to be facing in the last 2 weeks. So Wade's piece says we gotta do good in the first because we always do good in the second. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like, I don't think we've yet actually marked what we do well in the first or second half yet. Like I said, it's only been 2 weeks. What really didn't help this team is a short week in the first week. That is, the Eagles were put in probably the worst spot possible when it came to the schedule. A short week in the first week is the worst, especially a team that didn't play starters barely this offseason at all, on top of a really short week. Really sucks. Like, I wish, it's not enough time. Maybe the offseason program is not the best with, what it was, but, Philly John Wick says, doesn't matter what the Bucs are either way, the narrative will always be against us. Yeah, no, I don't care. I don't give a shit. So... Bentley Eagles says 45, Buccaneers 10. Yeah, I'm not going to go that far to say over 40 points. I think they can score 28 to 31 points. I think that's realistic enough. Obviously, if they really surprise me and they can score over 35, great. But until they get this offense moving into rhythm, this coordinator gets Jalen Hurts to a rhythm a little bit better. And this, I think the defense is fine. I think the size doing some things I do like. The soft coverage sometimes really, it just depends, man. Like, I think they're playing too much zone at times. I feel like they need to trust. Maybe they didn't trust it too much last week because Bradbury was out. I don't know. I'm hoping maybe it does change a little bit. I don't know, going into this year, or at least going into the third game. We'll see. Yo, East Coast Gridiron, what's going on, man? He said, what up, Joey? What's going on, dude? If you guys have it, definitely check out East Coast Gridiron and their channel. They do a lot of college tape and go over prospects. They know their stuff very well, so definitely check them out at East Coast Gridiron over there, all them guys. So appreciate so much for coming in, man. Thank you so much. Billy John says, when's the last time we faced Baker? I don't even know. Did he play in 2016 for the Browns or no? I don't know, actually. I'm not really sure. Chris says Arizona is actively tanking. Yeah, it could be. Kavai, what's going on, man? Joe says we need to take whatever the defense gives us. I hope it doesn't rain. It'll be all that. Yeah, so, I mean, if it rains, it's going to be anybody's game. It's going to be the problem. I like when Hurts said he cared about winning more than stats, even he's 19-1 last 20 regular season starts. What the main thing is the main thing. It's winning. Okay? Even it's like he was questioned about last game. Like, oh, you guys, the passing game didn't look great. And it's like, we won, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We won. It's all that matters. Of course, they're going to ask questions like that. The offense, if anything is not perfect, the media is going to ask about it. That's just the way it is, Yes, I want this offense to be a little bit better than what it has been. Totally get it. Kavai says, going to the Christmas game this year against the Giants. Excited to see Danny Farts throw some picks and get sacked 500 times. Let me tell you something. The 49ers didn't look great either. I know they didn't have Brandon Ayuk. Okay, I get it. But Daniel Jones, man, he needs weapons, bro. I'm sorry, but you pay a quarterback $40 million a year. You give him no number one legit wide receiver. You don't. Waller's a great player, but as a tight end, you need something to complement him. He's not the main weapon. And why does Hyatt not get more reps? Why is Hyatt was one of the main reasons why they stayed in that Cardinals game last year. I mean, last week, okay? I know Hyatt's a third-round pick, but Hyatt's going to be a good player in a couple years, maybe even sooner, to be honest. They're not giving him any opportunity. Why is it when Hyatt makes a play, they put him to the sideline? I think that's one of the shitty I don't know. Daniel Jones didn't look great either. He had some wide open guys, missed Waller. You know, Waller's what, 6'4", 6'5"? He's a big guy. And you still throw over his head. You know what I mean? So I think there's more to it for to the lack of weapons, and I think there's a lot more to it when it comes to Daniel Jones. And I don't know. For me, I just feel like if you pay a quarterback and you're paying a quarterback, you have got to be aggressive. If you can't go in the draft and you can't get a number one receiver, or you can't get the best, in the draft, you got to figure out some other things. I think the Giants defense played well, but when you're 3 and out, and I think that's an issue. But at the same time, like if your defense can't get off the field, and I think the referees, I think the officials were so horrible in that Thursday night game. I thought that was the worst shit I've ever seen. I mean, not as bad as the Odell, years back when Odell and Josh Norman went at it and they didn't even eject any of those players in that game. But, I mean, guys are throwing punches and no one's barely even flagged. Not even flagged, but not even ejected. I mean, that game was real pitiful, man. It really was. I thought it was bullshit. It says, what's the news with Smitty's injury? Is that BS or just a tweak in practice? I think it could have been from the game. It could have been I think it's from last game, and I just think he's been resting a little bit. They've had some extra days to rest. He's wearing a compression sleeve on his right leg right now because of the thigh/ankle-ish injury. I guess that's what it is right now. He is playing Monday. Devonta Smith will be playing. So we'll see, what happens, T-Buff says, Joy, are you Philly's brother? No, I'm not. I'm definitely, dude, I don't look as good as he does. Come on now. East Coast Grad says, I'm doing good, man. About to go live in a sec. I got you losing in a trap game Bucks, but I think it's too close, man. Crazy start for Baker, and then the D-line will beat him down for a pull. Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, I think the D-line is good. I think Vita Vea, I know Kelsey has had issues with him in the past, especially in 21 in that wild card game. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm not a big fan of believing it's a trap game. I feel like the Eagles haven't really reached their potential offensively with two new at least with the new offensive coordinator this year. But we'll see. And if it's bad weather, it's anybody's freaking game at this point. So, and that's what I'm already hearing now, that the weather's not going to be good. So we'll see. So will be a good wake up call for the team, though. Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. I'm just waiting for this coordinator to get Jalen Hurts into rhythm. He just doesn't look great. Just doesn't. I don't think it's talent. I think they have all the talent in this offense. It's just they're not gelling together. I think part of it's the offseason, part of it's a new coordinator, not enough time, not enough reps with the new coordinator from the player perspective. I think it's a lot of different things. So we'll see. Howard Eskin loves to ask those kinds of questions. Oh, that was him. Of course it was. East Coast says, I agree. Daniel Jones has been such an unfortunate situation. Yeah, I totally agree. Even Saquon Barkley has been in an unfortunate situation since he was drafted. I mean, look, when you get drafted top 10 to any team, of course it's a bad team, okay? Especially as a running back going in the top 10, obviously. I mean, I think Barkley is the only thing that's saving this team offensively in certain ways. Matt Breida is okay, but he's not Saquon Barkley. I think they got two good, good running backs in the backfield there behind Jones, but there's not enough of a threat on the outside. When you look at the Giants, you're not like, oh shit, Daniel Jones and what's his face? Oh, that tandem is too dangerous. No, yeah, you don't see that with that offense. That's a big problem. I think that's a huge problem. We'll see. I don't know, because when you sign a quarterback to big money, and that's a good coaching staff. That's a really good coaching staff. I think it's a great coaching staff. I just don't get how you don't. I don't get how you don't get aggressive in free agent, just to get a number one guy. Like, I think they missed out on DeAndre Hopkins. I think what the Giants should do is go after Mike Evans by the trade deadline or try to see if they can make something happen. If not, they can wait. I think that'd be the best thing for them. But, we'll see, We got Clark, member for 8 months at the Camp Counselor tier. What's up, dude? He says, hey, yo, Joey, going to be at the game Monday night. Mega excited. Score prediction. I'm going to say 31-24. And I think with bad weather, it's going to be a close game. I feel like it's still going to be a close game. I think they're going to go back and forth. Unless the Eagles really surprise me offensively and could put more points on the board, we will see. We'll see what happens. But time will tell. Time will tell. Alton Barkley would have made that a different game. Yeah, I think so. But how much of a difference is it going to make? I don't know. I don't know if it would have changed the game dramatically. You can't. A running back isn't going to change the game that dramatically. And I know Barkley is Barkley. I get it. The Giants need more. The Giants don't have enough weapons. And then if you get injuries on top of what you have, forget it to that receiver core. I feel like there's more, more damage is already happening in front of our eyes. We'll see. What do you think the most fraudulent 2-0 team has been the 0-2? Who's the best 0-2 team? I don't know. I have to look at all the games. I haven't really followed a lot of other games this year, to be honest. I really haven't. I try to watch some other football. I really just focus on the NFC East, really, than anybody else. The most fraudulent 2-0 and the best 0-2 team, yeah, I'm not really sure. But, we'll see. I honestly don't know because I haven't been really watching every team play this year. But it's a really good question. I wish I could answer it quick, but I'd have to look and see. Dylan, I have faith. I really do believe what we are, a game of just aerial carnage away from everyone just clicking. Yeah, I feel like it's close. I feel like we're getting there, but it's just not there yet, man. I'm hoping you're right. Hopefully it's a lot closer than we expect. HP says, what's crazy, Joey? We always win in bad weather. Yeah, look, I didn't like the way they played against the Patriots. Obviously, it's the first game. The first game is always a toss-up game. What the teams are going to look like, I totally get it, okay? I 100% get it. But they did not. From that rain that happened in that Patriots game, even after Mac Jones was struggling, okay, in that rain. And then when the rain went away, the Eagles barely changed anything. They looked very vanilla, they were just, handoff up the middle, screen pass, tight end screen. It really didn't change much. They didn't make any adjustments when the rain stopped, and the Patriots did, and Mac Jones was slinging it. Chris Shavine says, what move are you looking to the Eagles to make to the roster? If I'm going to make the number one move for the Philadelphia Eagles, okay, the number one move for the Philadelphia Eagles going into, at least for the trade deadline, till week 9 of the trade deadline, it's going to be for Jeremy Chin. 100%. They need to go get a hybrid player that could play corner and safety, a move-around type player. That's what they need badly. 100%. I'm hoping the Panthers lose more games. What's the Panthers' record, guys? I don't even know what the Panthers' record is. What's their record right now? Winsby says, I still can't believe we got Jalen Carter and give Eli Ricks more snaps. Yeah, I know. I think Ricks, there's going to be some talks with him going into next year. I don't know if he'll get a shot this year as much as he deserves it. Between the pick six and we haven't had a corner stand out like this, especially against starters. They faced the Colts on the preseason finale, and Eli Ricks, he did really good against Michael Pittman. Alec Pierce did a fantastic job. If that was when it came to the cuts and the people, players making the roster, Eli Ricks was the number one guy I wanted to make this team. %. Clark's only 50% chance of rain late. It's Florida. Probably won't last long. Okay. Well, that's good, though. Allison Day says the only stat that matters is winning. I totally agree. DB says the 2 touchdown passes to Brown. One was called back for PI. That wasn't called. I agree. His whole right arm was like pulled down. And that wasn't called. Would have been a reason to be more excited about the offense if they were touchdowns. But like everyone has been saying, a win is a win. Yeah, I get it. Like and then you had the holding call on Rashad Penny on the right side of the end zone touchdown that was called as well. So yeah, I think AJ Brown got robbed on 2 of them. No joke. So, and by the way, AJ Brown apologized. AJ Brown apologized to the world, and everybody could relax now and stop making 10 million videos on it. Like some people out there. Everyone can stop being a bunch of fucking babies now about it. Stop complaining. Do you need your fucking diaper? I don't know. Do you need some warm milk to get you to sleep at night now, since AJ Brown's not being a cancer and he's worse than T.O. and all this stupid shit I've been hearing about, the AJ Brown BS I've been hearing. Okay. Carson, the weather could only be like halftime for the 3rd. Oh, okay. We'll see. OSP says, so the Panthers are 0-2 right now? Kenny says, definitely need to see more creativity in our play calling. Other teams' offenses and defenses look way more advanced schematically. Yeah, I mean, I'm watching other games. I'm like, man, our offense does not look close to this. But we'll see. We'll see. I think there's still a lot of time. This isn't week 8, week 9, week 10. This is only we're going into week 3 right now. So DB said, now I'm excited about Ricks, Job, and Goodrich. Yeah, I think, you know what? You got some good things. Even Zach McPherson, too. Zach McPherson was really the prime guy to play the nickel spot, and he did a pretty good job this offseason. So at the end of the day, it's next man up. Goodrich, do I think he's perfect? No, but I think that, having starting experience definitely helps. Definitely. I think he has a little bit more to work on, tackling, facing bigger tight ends and coverage. He's had an issue with, especially with Hawkinson last Thursday. I think Joe played great. Watch the All-22 with Frank Duffy, and he'll go over the plays with Job. Had some good plays on Addison, man. I thought he did a fantastic job. I'm still not counting out a Budda Baker trade. I probably am, because it's going to cost like $13 million this year, but the Eagles are probably not going to pay. If his salary wasn't that crazy big, I could see, but that's only if they give him a big extension, at least one that could lessen those cap numbers. We'll see. It's really just for the year. If you take over his contract, I guess it's like $13 million right now. I think after every game, obviously it shortens because, Arizona's paying him, but I'm not going to put too much into that at all. Rogue said Bryce Young will be out this week for the game, so answers will lose. Oh, damn. That sucks. Really? Punjab King, he says, Dan Celio said Mike Evans is better than AJ. Oh, God. I need to stop. He says, plus Isaiah Rodgers. Yeah, we have Isaiah Rodgers. That's a kick returner and a pretty much rated as, on PFF at least, he was rated as a pretty high corner at 24 years old. Isaiah Rodgers was, the Eagles picked up Isaiah Rodgers, and because of the gambling stuff, he can't talk to the team. He can't talk to anybody or be around the team. So the next step to Isaiah Rodgers is having, getting himself off the exemption list. When he meets with the NFL. I think he'll get past it. I'm not really worried about it too much. As long as he doesn't do anything else that's stupid, I think we'll be all right. What's going on, Matt? Logan Motorsports, what's going on, dude? Reese says no Devin White might be out Monday. Interesting. I have not looked at the injuries for the Buccaneers this week. I haven't even looked at it at all. But that's, I guess that's a good sign. Middle of the field should be nice. What piece of Jalen Hurts big game on Monday Night Football since one of the Bucs coaches said he can't. Yeah, I mean, that's what happened in 21, man. That's what happened. We will see. Did you get the iPhone update? I don't know. Clark says, I'll have my Hurts Kelly Green on. Hell yeah, dude. We'll be wearing Kelly Green really, really soon. Really soon. Just give it time. Just give it some time, man. You know, so I think there's definitely a lot, you know, to go over. You know, we'll see what happens, man. Like, I feel like there's, you know, some good things to take out of, you know, going to this game. I think Hurts is going to have a great game. I'm expecting a big passing game. I'm expecting this team to do really well in the passing game this week. Let's get to 3-0, bro. Let's get to 3-0. It's all that matters. Rogue says Panthers are playing at Seattle Seahawks and Young is out, so no chance they win. Damn. I don't know who said that about Jalen Hurts in 21 that he can't read. I don't think it was Todd Bowles. I don't think it was. Allison says I'll have a Jerome Brown, Kelly Green on. That's awesome. That is awesome. But I mean, so far you're getting some reinforcements back. Reed Blankenship, Kenneth Gainwell, James Bradbury. You know, you're getting some guys back this week, which is good. You know, so you'll have Nakobe Dean back in a few weeks. You know, we got to find out what it's going to look like without Avonte Maddox. You know, and if they keep Goodrich inside. If they move Bradbury to the inside, I think what if Godwin moves to the inside? I guess you put Bradbury there, right? I mean, I would think maybe, but we'll see. We'll see. Boonjack Kicksfest says Chin might be available. Panthers might be 0-3. Yeah, I mean, if they can get Jeremy Chin, they can get a hybrid player. We need a hybrid player. We really do badly. Jeremy Chin would be perfect. But we'll see. I know there's been some rumors right now that a one priority target for the Eagles could be Jeremy Chin. And it wouldn't surprise me at all. You know? We'll see. Rogue says, look, Jeremy Chin looks like it will happen more likely with more losses with the Panthers. Yeah, probably. I mean... Yeah, I thought it was somebody else that said that because it definitely wasn't Bowles' voice. Who's your favorite defensive player we have right now? Oh man, I mean, there's a lot of players I like, but I think Jalen Carter is my favorite one right now. No joke. Disruptive. Jordan Davis too. I mean, Jordan Davis is having a great friggin' year. I mean, fantastic year. No joke. Defensive line, I'm not even worried about it too much. Oh, by the way, if anyone, Shiloh Primetime, thank you for subscribing, by the way. I did not say it earlier when I was in mid-sentence of some important things. So I do appreciate it. We have 128 people in the chat right now. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the stream, like this stream up for more Eagles content every single day. We will be having a stream tomorrow. Actually, no, probably Sunday. I actually might be wrong. We might actually have it. Yeah, we'll have a stream Sunday night, and then we'll have a stream. We'll be doing the play-by-play of the Eagles versus Buccaneers in Tampa, live play-by-play reaction of that. We'll have a post-game reaction, post-game stream as well, and then we'll have videos out. So we should have... we'll see what happens. I have to talk to 500. I haven't really talked to him about the shakedown this week. I don't know if we're doing one Sunday or if he's got stuff to do on Sunday. We'll probably do it Saturday. So I'm not really sure. I'll clear that with him up by tonight of what's really going on. So I make weekly power rankings, and I have Washington at 15, Tampa Bay right below at 16. Cincy's my highest 0-2 at number 18. Interesting. Even Jordan Davis said he wants to be more than... Well, yeah, I think it's definitely showing that Jordan Davis is more than a run stopper right now. I mean, they're doubling on Fletcher Cox and leaving Jordan Davis. I think they want to test Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis getting more attention every week. You see that play last week? On that sack that he had last week? Pushing the guard into the tight end pushing the guard into the tight end. The tight end pushes into Kirk, and literally Davis just gets through all of that and puts Kirk to the ground. I mean... Dude, just imagine, like, I know you want to balance out your rotation, but imagine Carter next to Davis. I understand, like, they're not going to do that right now, and I think Fletcher Cox is playing very well. I got to say, Fletch is playing great, fantastically great, Yeah, Dean's out for 4 weeks. So, I mean, after this week, he'll be out for 3. So, he'll be back in a few weeks regardless. You know? Matt said, I'm more worried about the offense going into the Monday night game than I am the defense. I know. That's how I feel a little bit. I shouldn't feel that way, you know? Lil says, I think Eagles have a good game. No 2-0 team are frauds, though. That was a shot against Buffalo. Oh, God. Man. Did Buffalo win this week? Is that a stupid question? Or no? Matt said, yep, DB talking now. Dean is out for 4 weeks. I'm glad they kept Cox at help. No, I totally agree with that. As long as you're not playing Fletcher Cox like at a high rate percentage-wise in a rotation, you got to have a rotation with Fletch at his age. I don't think Fletch is the same player he used to be, but I think he's playing more than – I didn't think he'd play this well. I mean, he's very disruptive. This team is – I mean, really at the end of the day, I think the Eagles are the number 1 team against the run right now. I think we're only giving up, 50-something yards, 52 yards. We're in the 50s, 50-something yards a game rushing. We're not giving that much rushing at all. Up the middle, nobody can run on us. We are the number 1 team against the run this year so far, going into week 3 of the season. And that's because of Fletch. That's because of Jordan Davis. Milton Williams having a really good couple games. I don't care statistically where these guys, stats don't matter to me at certain positions, at least for the defensive line. You're always helping somebody next to you when you're disruptive. You know what I mean? Making the quarterback move another direction, out of the pocket, keeping him inside the pocket, clogging him up in the pocket. There's a lot of different things you can take out of it, you know? A lot of different things. Wait, if we up big, I don't want our pass defense get comfortable because opposing QB passes more 300+ yards. Yeah. I don't either. And I think the one thing is I think Desai is still very passive at times when just I barely see these guys impress at all. I never see him impress. They play way too much zone. I don't know if it's because he's worried about the linebacker position or I don't know what it is, you know, but they got to play more a little press. At least I'm not saying get in the man's face, but you got to disrupt the route off the line. You got to get physical off the line. And it's funny because that's what they were doing in training camp. Even Reed Blankenship was like, "Oh yeah, they're teaching the cornerbacks the DBs how to get physical off the line." And you know, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, they haven't really done that this year besides a few plays here and there. Reed gets his first pick this season? I hope so, yeah. I think he will. I mean, definitely. There's no doubt. There were so many. And, look, I mean, because of and I think Justin Evans isn't bad, to be honest. Like, this is like the first year Justin Evans has been healthy in his career. Knock on wood. But seriously, Justin Evans was a second-round pick in 2017 by Tampa Bay. Okay? This could be a revenge game for him in some way. You know what I mean? I think we'll see. But Justin Evans, you know, besides he should have helped Joe by peeling in for some safety help for that big touchdown pass to Addison last week. There was some missed assignments from these safeties. This is what happens when you have a few guys in the game. You know, Justin Evans is a prime veteran, you know, that can help out this team. I think he's played pretty good. I think he's played pretty damn well. I think he's made some mistakes, but I think he's played pretty damn good, to be honest. I think Justin Evans will get better over time. He's getting turnovers for us. He's causing a fumble to happen. He's getting fumble recoveries. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job. So, besides some missed assignments and stuff, I think he's not too bad. Of course, I once successfully fired on my way out of the elevator. Oh, man. That's bad. I wouldn't have the balls to do that. DB says, we shouldn't underestimate the return of Bradbury as well. If he plays well, it should help. Yeah, it should. Nicholas Morrow and Zach Cunningham played very well. Yeah, I thought they played really good. The linebackers I didn't really have an issue last week with. I thought they played really good. I thought, you know, Morrow was a projected starter here. That was before we end up getting Miles Jack and Zach Cunningham. Then Miles Jack retired. Zach Cunningham stayed on the team, and Zach Cunningham didn't play that well either. The one play I really liked from Zach Cunningham was when not even though he's a tackling machine, okay, the one where Justin Jefferson did a slant across the whole field, and Zach Cunningham read that so nicely playing in zone and picked it up. and deflected a pass right in front of his face, which I really did like. So Evans knows how to play the Bucs. He was on that. Yeah, I keep forgetting he was a Saint as well. So those are the only two teams. So those are the only two teams he's actually been on. That's what I'm saying. Alan said Evans made some good tackles on Thursday. No, he did. I thought Evans played pretty good, and I think he definitely has a value on special teams as well. So I like Justin Evans. I actually was never really a big fan of him when he got here, because he had to prove himself, and I think there's only, who knows, I could probably hate him later on this year, Matt says, you think they may stick Bradbury in the slot, or do you think we keep him where they use? I think it depends if they want to follow. Look, Slay should be on Mike Evans the whole game, which if they don't do that, we had, Justin Jefferson had 130-something yards on us, dude. It's obvious that Slay was not him the whole entire game. Okay. I don't know if they're going to shadow Bradbury on Godwin. No idea. I hope, because I really don't trust Goodrich too much. I think he's got some quality reps in his first game as an Eagle last week, but, taking over for Avonte Max because of the injury in game. But we'll see. I don't know what they're doing. I think it's going to be a situational type thing. If they start moving Godwin inside, I think Bradbury will play inside. That's why I feel like it's going to happen. If they don't, then I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Then I am going to be very confused going forward. That says, I think Justin Evans was player of the game on defense last week. I love what I saw. He can improve. Yeah, I think he can too. Are we going to trade for Jaquan Brisker since Bears going 0-3? That would be great. They're not trading him, dude. Come on now. I like him a lot. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. For a guy that's young right now, if he was in the league for a few years, it'd be different. Maybe, if he was in the league for a few years, but there's no way they're going to give up a big asset like that. DB says Evans has been a fumble recovery magnet. Matt says, yeah, I don't trust Goodrich all that much. I don't really trust Goodrich. I think he's a distinctive player. I think he's smart. I just think he's got tackling issues. I don't think he could face bigger receivers or bigger tight ends. I just don't think it matches us. It matches well. So we'll see. Sidney Brown in the slot. Would love it. Are they going to do it? No. Because I don't think Sidney Brown has played any. I don't think Sidney Brown has even played nickel at all. I don't. I feel like they're gonna run with what they have. I think they're gonna run with Bradbury getting snaps at nickel. I think that's what's gonna happen. Matt said, I would love Sidney Brown in the slot, but unfortunately don't see us doing it. We shall see, though. Yeah, 49ers and Lions. Yeah, the 49ers didn't scare me at all. Brock Purdy had 3 or 4 passes that could have been picked off. I mean, literally picked off. There were some bad ones. I don't even care if Brandon Ayuk wasn't even playing. You know what I mean? I don't care. If Ayuk wasn't playing, I don't even care. Yeah, I know. He's had. I know Sidney Brown's had 176, 177 snaps in the nickel spot at Illinois. I get that. The problem I have is it's from college to NFL, and from what they've done with him this offseason, they haven't moved him like that this offseason. They haven't moved him to nickel. I don't think they have, unless there's a big secret this week and they've been really playing him at that position. I don't know. Sidney Brown is, I think, really smart. I think he's just a tackling machine. I think when it comes to his coverage, he was the best. I think one of the best corners, at least one of the best safeties that could switch positions. I think he is a hybrid type player. I think he's definitely one player that they could move all over the place. And I just feel like they haven't done it yet, DB says, now maybe we'll get more Sidney when the offense starts rolling. Yeah, we'll see. The good thing about Matt says, 49ers did not impress me with their 2-0 start, especially against the Giants. No, look, the good thing about the Eagles facing the 49ers down the road later this season is that we're going to have a lot of tape on them. Brock Purdy is going to be figured out. I think it's only a matter of time before he gets figured out, and we'll see, I wasn't impressed. I think the Giants were just the Giants McCaffrey was beating them up. But McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell were just beating them up the middle. Easily. That defensive line might not be as good as everyone thinks. Like, I like Kayvon Thibodeau. Dexter Lawrence is okay at times. I don't think he's consistent every game. I think the guy gets tired so damn easily. I think his motor is just I think he gets winded so damn easily in games. Sidney Brown reminds me of the new 49ers safety with the long hair. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I have no idea. No idea. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. My bad. My fault. That happens. I clicked on the wrong page. Sidney Brown's a special player. Don't get me started on Nolan Smith. You need to get. I don't know. I do time. So for percentage of snaps for Nolan Smith, his position that was listed on the roster the past couple weeks has been linebacker, which we know he has not been playing that position. He's been playing special teams, most likely. But other than that, they got to do something with him. They got to do something with him. It's not enough. It's to a point where this is a first round pick we're talking about here. This isn't this isn't someone we drafted in the third round and hasn't shown much. This is a guy that needs more opportunity. Now we all have to remember, that he was injured this offseason. And how much that injury is kind of lingering. So it might be that injury might have lingered a little bit. Maybe he's not getting enough reps. Maybe this injury was a little bit more serious. Maybe it was that shoulder injury. Maybe he's not 100% recovered from it yet. There's got to be something. There's got to be something with it. Matt said, as far as Redick goes, I believe he will get it going eventually. Look at what last year took him a couple games, but he eventually got it going. Yeah, I agree. He was in a lot of pass coverage early last year. That's why his numbers didn't shine early in the year last year. If the Chargers are going 0-3, if I'm Howie, I'm calling the Chargers to see what they want for Asante Samuel Jr. Yeah, I really wanted him in the second round really badly. It's unfortunate. It sucks. I'm obviously very happy with Landon Dickerson. I get it. Was I afraid? Yes, because the guy was coming off an ACL. He had 2 ankle injuries, 2 knee injuries. Yeah, it freaked me out because Landon Dickerson was supposed to be a late first-round pick. We picked Landon Dickerson over Asante Samuel Jr. So, we'll see what happens. Christian says, what's your hard channel? I can't find it. My hard channel is the Late Night Massacre. Just type that all spaces. The Late Night Massacre. You'll find me easily. Roke says, 500 agree with me. I said that start Evans in the slot. He played it before vet and start Brown as safety. Yeah, I agree with that. Evans has played nickel in the past. He's played safety and he's played nickel. So he could play that position. I think he's quick enough to play. We'll see. Are they doing that Sunday? Are they doing that Monday night? I don't know. Nolan can play all over the field. Yeah, they haven't. There's something else with it. Nothing's wrong with Redick at all. It's very early. Nothing's wrong. Eric said, I want to see Nolan soaking up and Redick resting a little. Redick didn't have a sack his first 2 games last year. No, he didn't. Pujab says they're using Derek Barnett more than Nolan. Yeah. They're using everybody more. Josh Sweat has been probably our best defensive end. God, Josh Sweat is a beast. Josh Sweat is a beast. But so my power went out for a bit tonight and my lights flickered for a bit, but so far I've been okay, but I don't want to jinx it. Yeah, I get it. I think my internet went out like a couple nights ago. Matthew says, any news on Baker? Baker on what? Like Buda Baker? No. Nothing. Right, who I want to see Rick's out there, let him cook. Yeah, dude, trust me, there's would be nothing more that I want to see him go do his thing. Will he get a chance? I don't know. We'll see. He definitely deserves it. Because I know for a fact that I'm telling you, if he gets some snaps in, and what I like about Ricks is he's got that pushback mentality. Really humble player, one of the best corners in football and college football last year, and really had to humble himself because he had to climb back up a roster this offseason, and he did instantly. Linebacker Carter says, Eagles will always bring their young players along conservatively as they see them as assets. Yeah, I mean, and they could be, some of them might not be play now prospects, but some of them might be future prospects for next season for, they're bringing all these corners plus Isaiah Rodgers. Why do you think they kept 7 cornerbacks this year? Because they think, just think about it. Slay's contract is up after next year. After the 24 season, Slay's contract is up. And then in 25, Bradbury's contract is up. The year after Slay leaves, Bradbury's contract is up after 25. You know what I mean? So they got to see what they have. A lot of bodies. Mets honestly don't believe Buda coming here, sick of staying put in Arizona. Roke says Redick gets cast off. He can use his hands more. Might be effective. And here, yeah, I don't know if his thumb is actually. Is he wearing like those little castings on his finger? I don't know if he's even wearing one. I don't know. I need to look closely at that. Because if he's having issues with hand placement and maybe pain or moving his finger or a splint, I should say it's called. I think that's his thumb could be affecting his because if you can't get good hand placement because you have 2 hands, you can't grab people with your left hand because you got 2 of your fingers taped together, or you know what I mean? To protect your the ligament in your thumb. I don't know how. The thumb is probably the worst thing to. The thumb is probably the worst, to be honest, to get surgery on. DB talking now, so Derek Barnett playing well is good for us to trade bait. Remember, he did ask for a trade. Yeah, but what value does he have? I guess try to get some value with him, but what value does he have right now? He's got 1 tackle for loss right now. What value does he have? I mean, what value does he actually have? Files 5 says, what are you hoping for to see from the offense and defense Monday night? I mean, defensively, I want to see more pressure. I want to see more press. I want to see guys not moving back 8 to 10 yards. I just want to see more. I don't want to play too much zone. I don't want to play too much zone on a Monday night. Offensively, they just got to get a rhythm with Jalen Hurts. I want to see this. I want to see this. Thank you for subscribing, Dots. Thank you so much, man. I want to see this offense just flourish, man. I want it to open up and be creative and stop with the screens and the QB design. The QB design runs are fine, but when you're using them too much the past couple weeks, it's killing our quarterback, man. You're making him more vulnerable for injury at that point. Get the run game going. Get the running backs involved in the passing game. DeAndre Swift better have more snaps than Gainwell. Now, in practice today, I said this earlier in the stream. In practice for the Philadelphia Eagles today, okay, it looks like DeAndre Swift they did some drills with Hurts on some inside handoffs. The first one to get a handoff was Swift. Then it was Gainwell. Then it was Penny. Then it was Scott. So hopefully that tells us that all the hot hand bullshit that Nick has been saying this past week, oh, we're just going to go with the hot hand. Whatever running back works with the hot hand will take the rest of the game. No, bullshit, dude. There's no hot hand. There's what do you have in your running backs right now? Because I just saw a running back get the ball 28 times, almost 30 times, and get 175 yards. And he deserved another touchdown. Boston Scott ran the ball very well. Okay? Gainwell had what? And I don't hate Gainwell. People are like, Gainwell's going to make you eat your words. I'm like, bro, like, who's the better talent at running back? It's not Gainwell. I've told this to so many people. 175 yards, that's the best in DeAndre Swift's career. What other running back is doing that on his team? Swift can't handle 28 carries a game. He wouldn't have got 175. He wouldn't have had that. He wouldn't have had those numbers. At 15 carries, he only had 50-something yards. It's crazy, dude. Like, people are like mad at me, like I'm talking crap about like I think our whole entire backfield is great. I think the backs are fantastic, but to rank them and to say who's the better talent, you actually have, if you really wanted, like, you actually have a running back one. Like, you actually have like a running back one on this team right now. No, I'm not saying who else can. I'm not saying who else can in the league. I'm saying for the Eagles running backs, like, who else is going to put those numbers up within the Eagles running back core? Yes, there's other running back. Yeah, yes, 100% McCaffrey can. I'm saying within the Eagles running back core, the main four guys that they have, who else is putting those numbers up? Nobody's putting those numbers up. I don't care who you are. Nobody. I think the closest person after Swift that can get numbers like that, close to 175, or have numbers as close to that, is probably Boston Scott, to be honest with you. I think he could do it all. So, Matt says we don't need Cooks or JT. Alex says Gainwell is not number one back, right? Who Swift was almost misused in Detroit, and I didn't get there. And he had a really good offensive line last year. Like, the Lions' offensive line was good last year. It's not a bad offensive line. They had a great offensive line last year. Val says it's just JT better than Swift. What, Jonathan Taylor is better than Swift? How? What has JT done this year? Oh, wait, he's not playing. Oh, wait, he had an injury last year. He, like, how many games did JT play last year? Did he get injured last year? Probably. Chris said our first number one back since Shady. Yeah. Close numbers like that, he became second on this team with the highest yards as an Eagle since Shady's snow game against Detroit in 2013. Like, that's how long it's been since we had a back like that. Swift is different. Just different. Carlos says Gainwell is better than the flat or the outside or in the slot. They used him at Memphis. Yeah, no, like, I think Swift has been doing great. I think Swift as a pass catcher has been great. I think him as an average type runner. I think what takes Gainwell a lot further in his game is he's got really good vision. I think Gainwell has very good vision. You know, if he doesn't have the explosiveness like Swift. He doesn't have, you know what I mean? Like, I think Gainwell doesn't have some special running skill set that wows you. It's just he's got really good vision. He makes the first guy miss 9 out of 10 times. Most of the time. Carter and Davis can stop the run, but Hargrave can't. DB says Swift and Gainwell and Scott are a great three-headed monster. Not sure why Penny is still here over possibly another wide receiver, but hey, Penny will probably be more used later in the year during colder weather. Yeah, I think maybe that's part of it. I think part of it too is like he's more of a reserve type back where if you do have to use him for short yardage, you need that big bruiser type back that's very good in the open field. And I mean, even after like we ran the ball 12 times in that one series between Scott and then Swift. Then Boston Scott ended up getting the concussion, and then Swift had to he needed a break because he was running his ass off. Rashad Penny came in for a few plays, and people are saying he's trash. I just it's not enough time, dude. It's not enough time. I mean, even the first 2 handoffs, what do you have? Like, he had, like, what, 3 yards on one, and he had, like, 5 or 6 on another. You know, so 3 snaps for Rashad Penny, and that was it, you know? Dom, you think Gainwell was better than Miles Sanders was? I think he's a much better running back. Like, us losing Miles did not... I already prepared myself for that. JT better sitting on the bench. LaShawn McCoy would have thrived in this offense? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think he would. Use Swift like they used Debo in San Fran. Swift should be the focal point, but we need to mix Kenny and Penny in there to keep Swift fresh, durability. Yeah, well, dude, they only ran him so much last week because Boston ended up getting a concussion. Gainwell was already out for last game. They only had a couple backs. They only had Penny and they only had Swift. But since Swift was playing so well, they kept him in. And they probably were, they went up to Swift and was like, hey, you feeling good? You good? You're all right? Swift was fine. Swift didn't play the first game. You know what I mean? If Swift had like 20 carries, 18 to 20 carries his first game, then okay, I would say, damn, they ran him a lot the last couple weeks. They need to like tone it down with him. But Swift didn't play any. Swift had 1 rushing attempt the first game. I think there was 1 pass thrown to him that was dropped, and he had 1 rushing attempt. I was perfectly fine using him 28 times. I didn't care because he didn't have any snaps in the first game. He had snaps, but what did he do? He did nothing. What, he pick up a blitz here and there? That's all he did. They didn't use him. So, yes, the same Michael make it shame McCoy didn't play with this O-line. Valramos says Cook was available and Swift together, a different story. Nah, dude. What is Cook doing with the Jets right now? You got Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook. What is he doing with the Jets right now? Nothing. Why aren't we talking about Dalvin Cook with the Jets? Don't just say this because Aaron Rodgers isn't playing. Dalvin Cook's on a great really good offensive line. What's going on? Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall sounds pretty damn good to me, and Dalvin Cook hasn't done a damn thing at all. Simple as that. The number one problem with Dalvin Cook right now, the number one problem with Dalvin Cook when he was looking for teams to play with, he's obviously was looking for a ring. That's number 1. Number 2, his cap number was way too high. His salary was way too big. His cap number was way too high. Okay, so Swift just got here this year too, and you're already saying stuff about Swift. So if Dalvin Cook just got there, and he's played the same amount of games as Swift, and Swift has played better, so why are you talking a lot of shit about Swift when Cooks and Swift had played the same amount of games? What is because he's an Eagle? Is that why? What's the problem? So why are you defending Dalvin Cook? He just got there. Yeah, well, Swift just got here this year. You know what I mean? Makes no sense, dude. We should still go out and get Cordell Patterson special team. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think he's injured still. Payment Greencast says, what's going on, dude? Hope you're having a good day, man. Yeah, so I mean, look, definitely a lot. Even the next few weeks, even the next few weeks is going to be crucial. We'll see what happens. Never said anything about Swift. I don't know. You just said before that. You just said JT's better than Swift. Just said that. You said Eagles should have went after Cooks. Dalvin Cook. So, I don't know, bro. Oh, I don't care if there's trolls. I can care less, dude. The more the merrier. I don't care. Carlos Deuce says, let's say Ryan can't go high until December. Hey, dude, let him. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just focused on us right now. I care less about any other teams. One game at a time. Swift third in rushing yards in the league. In 1 week. Third in rushing in 1 week. Boy says, Howie Roseman needs more appreciation. Best GM in the league. Totally agree. Ryan, so you hear about the report that we're interested in Chin? Yes. That one I'm going to keep an eye on throughout now until the trade deadline, week 9 of the season. So. Yeah, the Jeremy Chin news is interesting. I mean, we need a hybrid player badly. I think we do, you know. Oh, this is a great team. Go Eagles. Yeah. On Monday we're gonna be ready, prepared. Hopefully you get I would like to get a nice ass kicking. We'll see what happens. Pace is doing any more Fortnite on the gaming channel. Yeah, definitely. I haven't been on it lately. I've been on my other channel I've been working on, so. Allison says, let's say Arizona going to beat Dallas. It will be the only game Arizona wins. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to beat Dallas, but I don't care, if they don't have Diggs or not, or whatever else is going on with the offensive line or whatnot. I still think it's Jonathan Gannon we're talking about, so I don't have the Cowboys losing. I mean, if they do, then that's what it is. But I don't think they shouldn't lose that game. They shouldn't lose it. Ed says, let's sign Swift to an extension. That's going to be the one question. That's going to be the one question that I'm going to have at the end of this year. Because really, at the end of the day, who's left in your running back core? Penny's gone. Swift is gone. And Boston Scott's on a 1-year deal. He's gone. You're back to having Kenneth Gainwell all by himself in the backfield again. They need to try and get, and I know Howie Roseman's against getting money to running backs, but this is an opportunity. This isn't we didn't pick up a 28 to 30-year-old running back. We picked up a 24-year-old running back. Okay? If he stays healthy this year, if Swift stays healthy, I think major thing is health and distribution of the ball. So we'll see. We'll see, but I think an extension is definite. No doubt. Yeah, that's why I would want him here, because Chin is a Chauncey Gardner. Yeah, I totally agree. That's why. Like, you need a hybrid player. You need that player that can move around. So, Chris says Gann will blow multiple 20-point leads. Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to lose a lot of games. No joke. Carlos says, where's Sermon at? Sermon's gone, dude. He's with Trey Sermon's with the Colts now. He left. They released him a week ago. Val says, Niners or Cowboys, who you got? Obviously, I have the 49ers winning. Just because they haven't beat the 49ers yet. And they haven't beat Brock Purdy yet. So, until they do, then that's going to be what happens. We'll see how that goes. Good matchup. It's gonna go towards both offenses. We'll see. I said, let's say we want them to come and run through the schedule. You can't see shit. Yeah, Isaiah Rodgers is gonna be interesting, man. I'm excited. We're going from a quarterback factory to a cornerback factory next year, which is great. Let's say Swift can't stay healthy. That's why he keeps getting cut. What do you mean he keeps getting cut? He's been on one team his whole career so far. Besides the Eagles, he's only been on one team. He missed 3 games last year. So he only missed 3 games last year. So it's not like he was out for a long time. Gann will probably get fired. 49ers, I can't go with the Cowboys. I mean, I'm honestly saying the 49ers. And that's just me. Until like they actually, if they beat them this year, then if they face them if they get to the playoffs and face them again, if that's the case, then they'll have a better chance, or at least they'll know have a nice blueprint of that team going to the playoffs. I mean, trust me, a lot of things do change in the playoffs, so. I don't see the Cowboys losing to the Cards this week, unfortunately, because Gannon is a choke artist. Don't see them taking advantage even when Diggs is out. Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. Is Shin under contract next year? Let me actually let me see actually. Let's see. Jeremy Chin. Sorry, let me just check this out quick. Jeremy Chin. Yeah, this is last year of his contract this year. He's getting paid $2.9 this year. His cap number for the year is $3.3 million. It's cheap. He hasn't really done much this season so far. He hasn't really done a whole lot this year, but the team just sucks. The team just really sucks. So $3.3 million cap number. It's very affordable. And an extension with that, why not? You know? So I think that's likely. Something to kind of look on. Matt says, I don't even feel Gann will last the entire season this year before they pull the plug. They might not. You said it's funny when Cowboys fans troll. It's like you don't realize that you get hot at the wrong time of the year every year. Dallas has been 2-5 offense most of Dak's career, but yet fail. Dallas is built to beat the 49ers this year. We'll see, dude. I'm telling you, dude, like injuries happen all year. Like people can't get too crazy. Simple as that. I mean, I don't know. Still a long season ahead. We're only in week 3 right now. Bills didn't the Cowgirls get beat by a rookie all the time? PFF. Chris says Diggs is out. Cowboys can't beat them with or without him. Uno says, if we can get a Chin for a 4th, I would pull the trigger, but we haven't extend him if he plays well. Can't be another Chauncey. Yeah, no. Like that we were supposed to extend Chauncey. That was the big reason with that. You know, that was the big reason. Both sides handled that situation horribly. Probably not much of Howie, probably more of Chauncey. Chauncey will never admit it. You know, but if I was to make a 4th round pick, sounds pretty damn good. So, which says Gannon doesn't have that fire in his gut. That was an embarrassing little thing they did there. Val Ramos says, that's true, NFL. Yeah, because anything could happen between, like, a team could look totally different. It could be because of injuries. Sometimes when teams peak or look too good in the beginning, can't keep that all year. I don't like to peak too early. I don't want to look very good too early at times. Not that I want this team to look like crap, but when you look way too dominating in the beginning, can you hold that up all year? That's the question. You know, can teams do that? I think Gannon going to get, man, Linda is on fire tonight. Linda's on fire. I think Gannon going to get fired once we blow out Cardinals. He took the bus in. DB talking about, I'm still wanting for the Jalen touchdown celebration when he puts his hand up and shrugs his shoulders like he did last year. We need him to have a game like a Monday. I hope so, man. I really do. I'm praying this offense goes on to another level. We need to find our way. We need to find it, and it's just not there. If I see a very bold vanilla offense that brings no creativity, no hot routes, no mid-tier plays, middle of the field, working middle of the field. You're seeing guys open. Like, if I don't see a rhythm where it just looks so awkward and they're just doing the same shit every week, that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. So, says, Joe, do you think the injuries at linebacker this year will force Howie's hand to finally take a linebacker in the first round? I think if we finally invest in that spot, we would be dangerous. Yeah, I just don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to change their ways. I'm not even saying a first round pick linebacker, but they got to go like second round maybe. I know they like to get offensive line in between the first 3 rounds. I get it. But we'll see. We'll see. Lassay says Eagles almost lost to the Colts last year. Yeah, I think we were coming off our bye. I think we came off our bye week and we only won by a point. Yeah, Dallas blew them out. The Eagles only won by a point, which made Dallas the better team. But I don't know. I don't know who made it farther in the playoffs. You know what a playoff run is? A playoff run is when you make an NFC championship game. It's when you actually win an NFC championship game. So it's pretty pathetic, but Val says, who is the Caleb Williams lottery? What NFL team is? I don't know. I'm not sure. Billy Boy said Parsons couldn't touch Purdy on. Sam says, hey, Joe, I know it's too early, but who's your top 3 QBs right now? Oh, man. I mean, obviously, you got Mahomes. I mean, I think Jalen Hurts is in discussion, not at top 3 right now. I mean, I'd say 5, but a lot of other players. Hold on one second. I don't know what just happened. That was weird. Why is this happening? I don't know if I'm losing internet or whatnot. Hold on. Where is, I don't see it. Holy shit, dude. I don't know. This shit's not working. I don't know why. Having a little issues. God, this is just going on and on. Holy shit. Bull says, but not last year, right? Winning division, their Super Bowl win. Winning division is their Super Bowl win. Joe said we didn't choke. We lost to the Chiefs and with the best QBs. So, let's see here. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, I think what I'm going to do is, for later streams, or at least streams down the road, if there is any spamming going on where it's like people are taking over the whole chat, I will time out people. It will happen. I will never block people unless it's a racial thing or, there's some racial shit being said or political stuff being said. But when it comes to spamming, I will take care of it. Simple as that. We'll say to you, rings out. Says having the Eagles going without a touchdown at anyone of the game since Hurts has been in the starter or since Nick became head coach. I really don't think so. No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Imagine if you didn't have that offense last year. Forget it, DB says you lost to a one-legged QB. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what everybody says. Because everybody believes that. Believes the Cowboys lost to a rookie. Eagles fit 2 years just to get one ring. Y'all did last in the East. Giants get more rings than y'all. Joey, you're a good dude. Do what you do. Oh, I am. I'm going to fucking do what I got to do. Trust me. You think I care? You think I fucking care? I don't care. Trust me. If people are out of hand and they're taking over chats, trust me, I will take care of it. Trust me. I will do whatever the fuck I want to do. No doubt. I don't care if I got one person in this chat for the rest of the season. I could care less. Don't matter to me. Matt says Cowboys won last Super Bowl back in the 90s. But yeah, I think we're done with this stream tonight. I think we're done. And we've already been over an hour. Anyway, I'm trying to lure these things down to an hour at least. That's what I'm trying to do. But that's not happening. We always do like 2-hour streams mostly every single time going down the road. So we got Cade with the super chat. What's going on, man? Thank you so much, dude. He says, shout out to you, Joey. I'm pumped for Monday, man. I hope we come out explosive. I hope so too. For God's sakes, I really hope so. I really hope so. I hope we get something good out of it. This offense needs to get on a rhythm. And I think this offense needs to get on a rhythm and do its thing. You know what I mean? So I think that's what we gotta do. Take care of business. Take care of business. Chris says you're gonna be on the other channel. Yes, I will. 100%. In I'd say another 20, 25 minutes, I'll be on there. Ready to go for everybody. So hell yeah, dude. Matt says, yeah, Joey got his. Oh, yeah, I don't fuck around, dude. Might be other channels out there that let people, just do shit, but not here. I will, trust me, I have no issue. I have no issue timing people out, and trust me, I don't care. He said, Patrick Mahomes from Dallas. I think he'd quite watching football if him and Andy Reid were in Dallas. Eagles are about to get exposed for what they truly are. Joe said, I can't wait till Monday. I'll beat at the, says Red Who says Jalen got to get through his reads, man. I totally agree. Totally good. My other channel, well, I'm not going to tell people because I know, I have another channel that just got monetized, and well, since it's the end of the stream, I'll say it. Well, I'll just talk about it. Well, I have a horror channel that I do. I stream horror games. I do a lot of theory videos and stuff. I just hit over 1,000 subscribers on that channel a couple days ago. It just got monetized, and I've been working on 2 channels full time as of right now. So I do have another channel that I do work on full time besides this. I do 2 things, and it's been a lot of fun. So, Philly meltdown coming Monday. Be there, guys. Eagles are the best team in the NFL. See, another Cowboy starting going down Sunday versus. Val says, like we say on the West Coast, smash that like button. Appreciate it so much, man. Thank you for coming in. I think you're the first 49er fan I ever had in here. I mean, I have a lot of Cowboy fans that act like 49er fans too, with 49er accounts, but it's the Late Night Massacre. The Late Night Massacre. You'll find it, all spaces. The Late Night Massacre. Chris says, do you think Redick was rushed back too soon? It could be a possibility. Could be that he can't get good hand placement because maybe his thumb isn't fully 100% healed. I don't know. We'll see. Linda says, Eagles will just cover to cover 2 and continue to balance their attacks between the run and passing it. It will show on Monday night. I hope so, Linda. For all sake, I really hope so. I hope it looks different, That's all that matters. I hope it looks somewhat different going down the line, but we will see. But yeah, other than that, guys, it's pretty much it. We will be streaming either Saturday or Sunday, the shakedown. I don't know when it's going to be. I'm going to actually call 500 and see what's going on, because I don't know if he's streaming late on Sunday, or I don't know what's going, because I know he does his streams on Sundays and does other games. So we'll see what happens. DB says, love your channel. Keep doing your man. Keeping the main thing. I know, dude. That's all. It is what it is. Lasace's bully just jinx y'all Joey on injury. What? Oh, why? Because he said another Cowboy star going down Sunday. Be there, guys. Well, I mean, he just said another Cowboy went down. He didn't say anything about that he liked the injury. It's got to be careful, man, because injuries happen. I'm telling you, it happens. Just that's what goes on. So, yep. So, all right, guys, you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully Saturday, mostly Sunday night. I'll let you guys know what's going on. And we'll get the shakedown going. We'll have what? We'll have a shakedown on Saturday or Sunday. We'll do the live play-by-play of the game on Monday night, and then we'll have a post-game stream and some videos for week 3. Hold on. Hold the phone. We got a super chat from Cade. Says the late night massacre. See y'all there. Hell yeah, dude. We'll be there I'll be there in like 20 minutes. Give me like 20, 25 minutes. I'll be there. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace out. See ya.